Hello, Stephen, if you're there.
Hey,
Hi, how are you doing?
good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Good.
I see Dusty's there as well.
Yeah. Hey, Kristen, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
Good, good, excellent. Um, Stephen, I wanted to ask because I was curious. How much have you delved into Greek so far?
I've taken a couple semesters, but it was a long time ago.
Fair enough.
And so I was like, I'm taking Greek again in the fall, so I better brush up on it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Dusty, have you had any exposure?
I have not. A lot of this summer, like, I guess workshops are going to help a lot for the fall.
Okay, awesome. Very good. See, Catherine joined us as well. Hi, Catherine. Hi. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Yeah, awesome. We got more joining us right on the dot. Wait for Aaron to connect, see if anyone else comes on. Let's see. Get all my books straightened. And welcome, Aaron.
Hey all,
Hi. How are you doing?
doing well,
Good.
as well as it can be for a Monday, I guess.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I I understand. Oh, very good. I don't want to take up uh, too much time waiting for people, so they'll just come in when they come in. But I actually had a very interesting experience this week, and it ties in actually to what I talked about at the beginning of last session, which, if you recall, is what not to do with a Greek lexicon, right? What not to do with Greek words. I got contacted by a pastor friend of mine who asked me, hey, I'm doing this sermon, I'm putting it together. I'm looking into 1 Samuel 10, where Saul is hiding among the baggage. And I was wondering if you could look at, they asked for the Greek and the Hebrew in this case, and see, and give me all of the definitions or all of the translations of the word that's being used there for baggage, because I really want to make the point in the sermon of the sermon was on freedom from excuses and freedom uh, from baggage, things weighing you down, right? And so um, I immediately thought of our class, but I thought, okay, well, I'm curious now as well, and I'll do this. Okay, so I went out to the Hebrew and to the Septuagint, the Greek version of the Old Testament. And what I found was for the Greek, the word was skelos. Okay, and all of the meanings for skelos include vessel or implement of any kind, which includes cup, weapon, equipment, armor, and generic accessories. I thought, okay, that's very vague, very broad. Let's see what the Hebrew says. The Hebrew word was Kelly, and it was even more helpful in that not only could it mean vessel, utensil, uh, cup, armor, it could mean boat, ship, it could mean a harness, either for cattle or for a horse, vats of wine, baskets of fruit, yeah, all these different things, religious items, non-religious items. And I sent them back an email saying, well, here's what I found. It doesn't necessarily mean baggage, In fact, I'm not sure which translation that was. I'm sure one of them uses it. It was not any of the ones that I looked at. But I said if you want to use baggage as the meaning for this word, I'm afraid you're going to be doing eisegesis, right? Kind of imposing a meaning onto the text that isn't necessarily there. And that was my advice. Whether they took it or not, I don't know. But um, but I don't know if you can see what the problem is because what if Saul wasn't hiding from the Lord amongst baggage, right? What if he was hiding behind vats of oil or amphora of wine? I'm not sure about y'all, but for me, that would take on a very different theological connotation if that's what he's hiding behind, aside from other than baggage. Um, you know, you know, it could be he was found like amongst anointing, just anything like that. And so anyway, so the words that of the Greek and the Hebrew, they've essentially meant stuff. He was hiding amongst the stuff. And what do you do with that kind of word? So the lesson for that really is you have to let the text speak, right? And sometimes there's something really, really incredible that you find in the Greek that fits the context. And sometimes the word just means stuff. Right. So that's my extra bit of warning for y'all. And I will get off my soapbox now because you've heard enough of that. And I am going to ask y'all, um, how did studying the alphabet go? Were you able to study at all this last week? Did you study? Maybe not so much. No shame if you haven't. But I just want to assess where we're at.
I have not been able to review the material since last week, unfortunately.
No problem. Absolutely no problem. Is that about true for everyone else, or is there a range? I know Stephen already has the alphabet memorized backwards and forwards.
But I'm reviewing it.
No, no, you're good. That's no problem. Well, guess what? I was gonna have y'all review the alphabet again anyway. So, so you're all in the clear. Let me pull it up. Getting there. Okay. Is everyone able to see this? Okay. Awesome. Very good. So, just to start out with, this is gonna be really funky over Zoom. I acknowledge it now. It would not be as awkward if we were in person. But I want to do it anyway for y'all's sake. I want to say a letter and then have y'all repeat it. Okay, the name. Okay, and we're gonna go through it all. This is gonna be like kindergarten all over again. And you're gonna feel ridiculous. And there's gonna be some awkward pauses because of the technology. Um, but that's okay. And we're just gonna we're gonna live with the awkwardness of it, all right? Because we're in it together. All right, so let's start. Alpha,
Alpha,
beta,
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 gamma,
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 delta,
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 epsilon,
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 zeta,
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 Theta,
eta,
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 theta,
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 iota,
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 kappa,
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 lambda,
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 mu,
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 nu,
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 xi,
Xi,
phi,
e,
omicron,
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 pi,
p,
e,
rho,
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 sigma,
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 tau,
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 upsilon,
Upsilon.
Upsilon.
Phi,
P.
E.
chi,
E.
yeah, chi or he.
E.
Good. Yeah, good. Yeah, and it's usually guttural, but if you don't want to go that far, you don't have to. Psi,
P.
C.
psi, and omega.
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 Omega. Very good. Very good. Whatever it takes to memorize that, I suggest you start doing it now. Uh, Again, whether that's repeating it over and over, singing it, um, you know, uh, definitely write it down over and over, capital and lowercase. That'll be the best way to get this memorized. And it's just, you know, feel like you're 5 again. Enjoy the process. Maybe that'll help you feel young again if you have a crisis. All right. Very good. So, just a refresher on how these all sound. So, and again, it does depend on who you ask. It does depend on what school they follow. I'm going largely by um, the more classical pronunciation, but someone who does Koine or a modern pronunciation will do it a little differently. But you get the idea. They're close enough. So alpha is A, beta is B, like a B, gamma is G, G, delta D, D, epsilon is a short E, E, zeta is a Z or SD sound, Z or Z, eta is a long A, theta, TH, th, iota, likely E, kappa, K, K, lambda, L, L, mu, M, M, and nu, N, xi, X, X sound, omicron, short O, ah, like in pot, P, there's a P, P, Rho is an R that looks like a P, R, sigma, S, S, tau, T, T, upsilon, say short U sound, phi, F, F, chi or chi, right in the back would be k or ch. Psi is ps, 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 like you say to cats, ps, ps, ps. And omega, long O, like in rope, O. So there we go. That's all the review I'll do. Anyone remember what's going on with the lowercase sigmas here?
Isn't the middle one only for ending the sentence or the word, whereas the one on the right is just the general use?
Okay. What do we think? Does everyone agree?
Or is it vice
The
versa?
opposite of that?
Vice versa. Yeah.
Okay.
Vice versa. Vice versa. No, but that was you were on the right track, Eric, for sure. Yes. So this one right here in the middle here belongs in the middle or beginning or middle of a word. And then this one you'll only see at the end of a word. Yes. Very good. Very good. All right. Now I'm gonna turn it all over to y'all. And we're gonna practice some pronunciation. Okay, and I think we got through 6 last time. So, Stephen, because you're the first one I see, I will have you do number 7.
Okay. Number 7 is sorry.
Okay.
Diadema.
Diadema. Good. Good. Can you tell Can you tell what the English derivative is?
I'm gonna guess and say diadem.
Yeah, yeah, diadem, yeah, yeah, good, very good. All right, and I am a-okay with y'all taking your time working through it out loud by yourself. Um, but this is for practice, right? So all good. Dusty, if you could do, you got a long one. Number 8.
This might take me a couple minutes.
That's
I'm
fine.
using the reference.
You're good. Yeah, talk to me about it.
So the first one is going to be D as in Delta. Well, yeah, Delta.
Yeah,
Then
yeah, D as in Delta because it is in a Delta. I love that.
I don't know why I said that, but
You're good.
iota.
Good.
Okay, I am stumped on that third letter. I don't,
Yeah,
I'm missing. Is that going to be alpha
it is an
with a?
alpha. Yeah, what's going on
Okay,
with that alpha?
to be honest, I don't know.
That's all right. That's all right. I can review. So that's an accent, and that's an
Okay,
acute accent. And in this case, it's just signifying which syllable to stress.
okay. Now I got eta, mu, demu. Think. Or
This one
wait,
right here, number
did
8.
oh, whoops! I was looking at number 7. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
E,
But you have the first 3
yeah.
letters. They're the same. So
Okay, so we got zero,
hmm,
alpha, epsilon.
not upsilon.
What?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
thinking. Yeah, go ahead.
okay, I see. Oh, that's mu. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Yeah. Okay, I am missing that last letter or second last.
This one
Yeah.
or oh, second to last.
Okay, I think we got is dia bro. To be honest, I'm probably going to diaphragma.
That
Phragma?
was a really good guess. So what is this letter right here that looks kind of like a Y? I didn't hear you on that one.
Oh, that was gamma. Okay,
Damn. Good. Yes. Yes. So try again
so
to pronounce yes.
diaphro. So we got Y for gamma. Diaphragmu, I'm guessing.
Very
No,
close. Very close. So that last letter is an alpha, and so we'll keep all the vowels sounding the same. So diaphragma.
diaphragma. Okay.
Yeah, diaphragma. Yeah. So mu alpha at the end, and you'll actually notice. I don't know if anyone's noticed. They all end with mu alpha. All of these end with mu alpha. So that'll make this easier for y'all to end it. So diaphragma. Can you can you tell what the English derivative is?
I cannot.
That's all right. Diaphragm.
Oh,
This is where we get the word diaphragm from. Yep, diaphragma. Yeah, good. Very good. All right. Catherine, you working on number 9?
I was trying to do number 8 along with
That's
the
fair. No, that's
um
good.
so delta
Mhm.
and then iota with a accent,
Good. Yes.
acute accent.
Excellent.
Um, is that a gamma?
It's not a gamma. That I can see. That was a good guess though. Lambda.
lambda. Okay.
Yes, lambda. Good. Yeah. An upside down gamma almost.
Yeah, that's what it look. I guess that's what it looks like.
Mhm.
Um, eta.
Eta. Good.
Eta. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, mu. Mu
Mhm.
alpha.
Good.
Um, dilemma.
Mhm. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Dilemma?
Yeah.
Dil-
Yeah. If we want to keep pronunciation, dilemma.
Dilemma.
But
Okay.
yes. But I think you could correct me if I'm wrong. I think you could tell what the English derivative is with the way you said
Is it dilemma?
dilemma. Yes. Yes. We get a lot of Greek words from the Greek, don't we? Yeah, dilemma, dilemma. Good. And are y'all as you're going writing it out in English as like no, because that if you to start out with, if you write down the Greek and you write down the English letters that go with it, so in this case that's what transliterate means. That will help you to begin to pair the letters. After a while, you will not want to do that anymore because you don't want to use that as a crutch. It takes too long. Don't try after a while, but at the beginning, I definitely recommend it. Yeah, good. Aaron.
Looks like diploma.
Yeah, diploma. Yep, yep.
Is it a O or is it a oo sound?
So omega is an O, long O.
That's a diploma. Okay.
Diploma. Yeah. Ooh would be a combination of, say, an omicron and an upsilon. So um, that would be a what we call a diphthong. Ooh,
Okay. The double
yeah.
vowel. Yeah.
Yes, the double vowel. Yeah. Did I do that? Well, actually, I said it wrong. I said the other one. I meant digraph, but anyway, that one, digraph. Two vowels together. Good. Diploma, diploma, and a diploma. All right, Stephen, back to you.
Dogma.
Dogma. Good. Dogma. That one's, I think, self-explanatory.
Mhm.
Rusty.
Uh, an accent and
Another accent.
I guess drama.
Drama.
Okay.
Good. Good. Yeah, and the circumflex, which is over the alpha here, just uh, elongates it and
Hmm.
maybe raises the inflection just a little bit. Drama, but I mean, you know, that's you don't have to be that fancy with it. Yeah, drama. The Greeks were great with drama. All right, Catherine, 13.
I'm still gonna have to do each one individually.
Sure.
Is that epsilon with a smooth breathing mark and an acute
Good.
accent?
Yes.
So how would you
So
class?
smooth. That's a good question. So smooth breathing mark. For the smooth breathing mark, it's actually indicative that there is nothing extra done to the letter. So it would just be F. If it's rough breathing, do you remember what happens with the rough breathing mark?
No.
No, that's that would be an H sound at the beginning. So if it had a rough breathing instead, it would be he.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But otherwise it's just eh.
Okay. Oh, that's mute. And then um beta. Emblema?
Emblema. Emblema.
Emblema.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yes, yes. Derivative, the English derivative.
I don't know.
It's all right. Emblem.
Emblem. Okay.
Yes. We tend to take off the alpha ending when we borrow the word from the Greek.
Okay.
So yeah, just emblem. Okay. 14 for Aaron.
It's Zegma.
Zegma. Good.
I have no idea
Good.
if that would be in English though.
I'm actually trying to remind myself as well. Hold on, I gotta think about that one. I gotta remind myself of that one actually as well. I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay.
But yes, yes, Zogma if you want to be really, really fancy with it. But good. Um, Steven, 15. I'll get 14.
Fama.
Thema. Thema. Yeah, yeah, with the shorter E. Um, derivative, the derivative.
I have no idea.
Sorry. Theme. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, yeah. Again, yeah, we just take off the alpha and that's it. That's ours. Uh, Dusty is 16.
I may butcher this one.
You're
I want to be very transparent. Give me 1 second. I think I have it figured out. Theorpea?
Ooh,
I,
that
I'm
was a good
looking
guess. So
a little
so
confused.
spell it out.
So I have basically theta, um, eta, epsilon. Then we have the omega. Yeah, I know that's a long O.
Yes.
Then we have rho.
Girl.
Then is it P or is it's how it sounds for what looks like pi? Then
Oh,
epsilon.
so this one right here, that's not a P. That's a different letter. Do you have another guess?
Oh,
Yeah,
that is eta. Okay.
that is Ada. Good. Yeah, very, very close, but looking, but yeah, good.
Oh wait, I completely okay. That makes sense. Rima. Yes.
Yeah. So repeat after me. So I'm gonna go syllable by syllable.
They.
O,
They. Oh.
excuse me, or, sorry.
They.
Or,
Or.
mm-hmm. A,
A.
ma.
Ma. They. Or. Ma.
Theorema.
Theorema.
Theorema. Mm-hmm. Yes, good. Theorema. Good. Can you tell what the English derivative is for this one?
No, I couldn't.
That's okay. Theory.
Theory. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, theory. Good. Zeugma, I always have to look this one up because it is not a word I ever use in my life. A figure of speech in which a word applies to two others in different senses, or to others of which it's semantically suits. So, John and his license expired last week, just which that was really dark, but that was the example that they gave me. Anyway, um, yeah, not, I don't think anyone outside of an English major uses that word. Anyways, Catherine.
Um, idioma.
Yeah, idioma with the accent. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yes, yeah, idiom.
Okay.
Good, good, good. Getting faster. Very good. Aaron.
Kinema,
Yeah, kinema. Can you tell what this one is?
like kin, like kindred. No.
That was actually a good guess based off that word. It's cinema,
Oh,
where
interesting.
we get cinema from. Yeah. But that was genuinely like a really good guess. Uh, Steven, do a couple more.
Klima,
Klima, klima. Good, good. Can you tell the derivative?
climax,
Yeah. Yeah, or yeah, climate in this
climate.
case.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Good. Dusty.
I want to say this is coma.
Yeah, comma. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Which, yeah, coma. Yeah, like
Com
yeah, that one's yeah.
what,
Hmm?
so would I hold the O a little bit longer for that since it's
Comma.
got the okay.
Oh, so for this one,
Yeah.
that accent mark only indicates where the stress, which syllable is stressed. So it
Okay.
doesn't necessarily elongate the vowel, so it would just be comma. So it'd still be
Coma.
short.
Okay.
Comma. Yeah, good. Catherine. Excuse me.
Is it 21?
Yes, 21. Sorry. Yes.
Um, is it mathema?
Mathema. Good. 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 Derivative?
Math?
Yeah. Mathematics. Yeah. Mathema. Mathema. Good. Aaron. Aaron's ready to go. He's good.
Miasma.
Yeah. Miasma. Good. Good. Yeah. Miasma. Asthma. Yep. Good. Steven.
nomisma,
Nomisma. Mm-hmm.
name,
Nice. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, excuse me. No, because I'll actually say this one's name. Sorry, this has more to do with law. I'll get the more formal, but it has to do with law. Dusty, 24.
Uh Noma.
Yes, yeah. Oh, onoma. Mm-hmm. Onoma.
Onoma.
Onoma. Yeah, good. Yeah, that one has more to do with name. Uh, let's see. Catherine.
Plasma?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Plasma. Plasma. Yeah, plasma. Okay. 26. Aaron.
Is that what is the fourth letter there? Is that
Oh, this one right here. That's an upsilon,
okay?
and that's with a circumflex over it.
Okay. So Pleiuma, Pleiuma,
That's a really good guess. What is this? What is the second letter?
Oh, that's the N.
Yeah.
Pneuma.
Yeah, pneuma more likely. But yeah, but we say can you tell what this word is?
No, I'm not
That's
sure.
all right. That's okay. This is something very dear to the kings. Pneumatology.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Spirit or breath is pneuma. So pneumatology, study of the spirit, the Holy Spirit. Okay, Stephen.
Pragma,
Pragma. Good.
pragmatic,
Pragma. Pragmatic. Good. Yes. Dusty. 28.
Poema.
Poema. Mm-hmm.
Poema. Okay.
Yeah. Good. And which is that has to it has to do with work. Um work, handiwork maybe. Um Catherine. 29.
Prima?
I was spell it out. You're close.
Um, so the first one is I don't P P.
Mm-hmm.
How you
P.
pronounce it? Okay. And then row,
Row.
iota, and then oh, sigma.
Sigma. Good.
I got that one. That's
Yeah.
not wrong. So it's pre Prisma?
Prisma.
Prisma.
Yeah, Prisma. Prisma, which is for the English.
I'm not sure.
All right, prism.
Prism.
Yeah, back to ones where we actually, well, we do take words from these, but that one's more obvious. I mean, not when I say obvious, you know what I mean. You can hear it, prism, as opposed to some of the other ones. 30 for Aaron.
Problema.
Problema. Yeah, yeah, problema. Yes, good, good. And the derivative?
Problem.
Problem. Yeah. Steven with 31.
ruma,
Yeah. Hruma, Hrelma. Yes. Good. Uh,
rumor,
yeah. Yeah. And the derivative would be, sorry, did you say it? I'm so
rumor,
sorry. Ruma. Yeah, yeah, Ruma. Yeah, yeah. Um, uh, I was trying to think of the longer word for it, but I'm my brain. Anyways, yes, that's right. So Dusty, 32.
I believe this is Sigma.
Good. Spell it out.
Um, we have sigma, then epsilon, then iota, then actually, I think I looked at the letter wrong.
All right.
Oh, no, I didn't. Gamma,
Mm-hmm.
then mu, then alpha.
Good. Second letter.
Uh,
What?
that is going
Yeah.
to, oh, epsilon, that's just with an A.
So it's not an epsilon. So for this one, it's if you
Think,
look up above, here's an epsilon right here.
oh, I completely looked at that letter. I think I
You're
was looking at 32 by mistake. Sorry about
you're
that.
fine.
Oh, that's a ta. So it's stigma.
Yes, yes,
Good.
stigma. Yeah, good. Stigma.
Stigma.
Rheumatism,
Yeah.
Stephen, was what I was trying to think of. Rheumatism for 31. That's where my brain, that's where my brain was trying to go with that. But yes, and then 32 is stigma. Good. Almost there. You're breezing through. 33. Poor Catherine gets a longer one.
Um, some Tama.
That was really close. Only one letter was off, actually, which is this one right
Oh,
here.
I missed that letter.
There.
Omega.
Omega. Yes. So try again. Pronunciation.
Um, some, mm, some Teoma.
So there's no extra letter between the tau and the
Oh,
omega, so you could just go
okay. I looked at that wrong. So
you're
it's
fine.
some Toma. Some Toma?
Symptoma. Good. Symptoma. Yes. Uh, any guess?
No.
It's all right. Symptom.
Some. Oh,
Sometimes when we translate the upsilon into English, we change it to a Y. Um, no, that's just evidence of, further arguments, concerning pronunciation. Good. Symptom, symptoma. Aaron,
Systema.
systema. Good. And guess?
To sustain.
Uh, so in this case, it's actually that was really close. So it's system,
Okay.
system, and then that's just because of the mu at the end. So that's where we get system from. Stephen, 35.
Schema
Schema. Good. Derivative.
would be a scheme.
Scheme. Precisely. 36 for Dusty.
Schisma.
Schisma. Good.
Schisma.
Schisma. Mm-hmm. Yep. Derivative. Guess for the derivative.
I can't think of one. Or schism.
Schism. Yes. Very good. All right. 37. Catherine.
Soma?
Soma. Good. Good.
I recognize it, but I don't know
Yeah,
what.
soma. Soma for the body. Concerning the body, basically. Yeah. Aaron, 38.
Phlegma.
Phlegma. Yeah. Phlegma. Yeah, good. Derivative? Guess for the derivative?
Felgium? I have no idea.
I mean, you get phlegm.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 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 All right. Just two more. Steven and Dusty get the last two.
Chasma,
Chasma. Good. Good. Guess for the derivative?
chasm,
Chasm. Yeah. Good. All right. And Dusty.
Chroma.
Chroma. Yeah. Good. Guess on the derivative?
Chrome, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Chrome. Yeah. Very good. You guys survived. Well done. Well done. Let's see. Before we go into anything concerning grammar, just a couple more things for letters. So these are consonant diphthongs. Just a little quirk for ease of pronunciation. So there's certain consonants that, when paired, rather than try to say both consonants, they would put them together with a sort of N sound at the beginning. So anytime you see two gammas put together, they would usually pronounce it as an N and G. Ung. So, for example, Catherine, I know I'm putting you on the spot. Can you try to pronounce this word here?
Hang on.
Very good.
What's the last letter?
Oh, what's the last letter? Yep, so that will be our ending sigma. That's right, you didn't see that on the other page.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So, ang sorry, the two it's pronounced like ang or like how do I the end?
Yes, so start with alpha, so that'd be ah,
Yeah.
right, and then ang, ng.
Ang
Oh.
ang elok.
Yeah, yeah. Angelos. Angelos. Excuse me.
Angelos.
Yeah,
Los.
yeah. Good. Um, anyone have a guess on what this word means?
Messengers.
Messenger. Yeah. Angel. Angel or messenger. Yes. Very good. Yes, that's where we get the word angel from. Good. Um, so any combination basically that's uh with a gamma and a another hard sounding consonant. So g, you know, they if a Greek saw this, they would want either they would want to pronounce the word separately, and they would think, well, that's too difficult to say. So we're just gonna make the gamma sound like an N, for ease of pronunciation. So gamma kappa is an nk, ankara, right? Anchor, right? Uh, Gamma and xi make like a nx, and gamma and a chi make a nk, right? Um, yeah, so that's just, you won't see any notes, but if you see that and you go, how in the world am I supposed to pronounce it? You make the gamma and n. They're also, um, this is just kind of breaking down three of the consonants. So basically, zeta, xi, and psi are a combination of other consonants. Really, that's really all this is saying. They're known as double consonants. So, like I said earlier, z, not everyone necessarily says z. Um, Ancient Greek probably had more of an sigma and delta kind of sound to it, S and D, st. Um, but it's just easier for us as English speakers to say z rather than st over and over again. Um, and then, I mean, you get the point with these. So, xi sounds like a kappa, sigma, ks, x, or a gamma, sigma, x. Um, and this is helpful for later on when you start to get compound words as well, right? If there's a word that begins with, let's say, a sigma, and you have another word that ends, or where they mash up, ends with a key, they're gonna get rid of both these letters. They're gonna basically call them redundant, and they're just gonna replace them with this x, this xi. Okay, does that make sense? It's kind of a weird thing. It's something you kind of have to see in the wild. You'll understand a little better as you start to study the language a little more. But yeah, but basically just to save on ink, to save on ink and on space. That's where that comes into play. Okay, grammar. Absolutely a must to know this beforehand, because I went to translate a sentence my first year for the first time, and I was absolutely lost. No idea what's happening. Greek sentence structure is not like English, not necessarily. Koine is nicer in that it is closer to English than its ancient counterpart, but it still has some really interesting order. So, in English we would say the dog bites the boy. That's not necessarily the case in Greek. Sometimes it will say bites the dog the boy. Or The boy, the dog bites. You're starting to talk like Yoda. Um, and sometimes it will even say, I don't even have this. Sometimes it will say bites the boy. And you just have to infer what the subject is, essentially, based on the context, and the grammatical structure. So, um, basically, what it comes down to is word ending. What the word ends with determines what function the word has in the sentence. That's what is going to tell you what a noun is versus a verb. That's what's going to tell you if it's a noun, whether it's the subject of the sentence or the object of the sentence. Um, they will also tell you whether an adjective relates to this noun or another noun. Words that are related to each other tend to be near to each other and share the same ending. Right. Let's see. Words that always come second in a sentence, no matter what. It does not matter what is being said. De, which means and or but. Un, which means so or therefore. Yeah. And gar, which means for. Yeah. Um, Sometimes we can see this as because, um, but for often feels more precise. It depends on the context. Does anyone need me to repeat the meanings of these? Okay.
It's both and but.
Both and but. Yes. And it depends on the context.
So can that be tricky to kind of
It,
translate?
it can. It can. Yep. Some cases and but actually could work either way. Or I mean, either one would work. Sometimes it does make a difference, and uh, we don't necessarily know. But that's just where we do our best. And if you keep reading and go, oh, this should have been a but instead of an and later on, just go back and cross it out and you write it again. Um, Another quirk of Greek is they use definite articles. So the the for us, right, is our definite article. They have a definite article for every type of noun, and it will usually their nouns are not seen without a definite article. There are exceptions, but that actually is very helpful seeing that definite article when it comes to translating because you know what it's tied to. Um, and it helps you kind of remember what form you're dealing with. That'll be that'll be later. Um, we don't need that one right now. I can go into that another time. Okay. We have 7 minutes left. Y'all are getting really good at reading. Really proud of you. Let's try some sentences. Make you feel like you're actually reading it for once instead of
Yeah, so this is like driving onto the freeway right after getting your learner's permit.
yes. Exactly. Into the deep end you go. Um and I will translate. But and this is also I picked this because this is guaranteed something you will not see in the semester. So I'm not giving you any hints on any quizzes or anything. This is just. All right, so Steven.
I knew I shouldn't have said something.
You got this.
Okay, so what am I doing?
Yeah, just read till so this is a punctuation mark right here. You see that dot that's just kind of suspended?
Yep.
So that's a semicolon.
Okay. And so what am I doing? Sounding this out in Greek?
S- yes, yes.
Okay. Ho dikaio Dikaiopoulos
Mm-hmm.
Athenaios Estin.
Estin. Good.
Estin.
Yes. Good. Good. Yeah, so Ho Dikaiopolis, Athenaios, Estin. Good. Good. And so this is what I'm talking about with definite articles. Ho right here is a definite article. The, okay? It's an omicron with a rough breathing mark. Okay? That's your first bit of grammar right there. Ho. Dikaiopolis. This is actually a name. This is a name, Dikaiopolis. It's um the just his name means like the just city. Um Dikaiopolis, but that's just his name. It's a character that was created for a textbook. Da da da. Um this definite article is attached to the name. And that's just what the Greeks do. Why? It's a noun. A name's a noun. So they throw the definite article on there with it. So, Dikaiopolis. This is the word order. Estin. Estin is a verb. Um, it means is. Estin is is. Uh, Athenaios, Athenian. Dikaiopolis, the Dikaiopolis is Athenian. Okay, that's what that means. Um, let's see. Uh, Dusty. Do you, I know this is a little bit of a chunk, but to this,
Ooh,
right here,
You can do it.
you can do it.
I
I
got
believe.
through the first. Let me get that last word in, then I'll figure out the second half
Okay.
to give myself a little bit of breathing room on this one. Sigma. So, oike de o.
Oh, pause here. Pause here. What is this mark right here? Can you tell? I know it's a little small.
That is kind of small. I am not sure.
It's okay. So this is a smooth breathing mark here. You can
Okay.
kind of see that it's pointing, in this direction, right? And then this one is a rough breathing mark. You can kind of see it makes a C. Barely.
Yeah.
Gotta like squint at it, right? So since it's a rough breathing mark, um, that would mean that you add an H sound to the beginning. So, ho.
So, oike de ho.
Mhm.
Then dikayaga gagas.
Um,
That's
uh, the what's this letter right here?
wait. Oh, whoops. See what I did there. That one's going to be P.
Good. P.
Diikayapagus. I think
Uh,
that
uh, yeah, Dikaiopolis.
okay. Diikayapagus.
Uh,
Pogus.
Polis.
Polis.
Yeah, that's a lambda L. Polis is city. Yeah,
Oh,
also where we get politics
I,
from.
oh. Then we have, I guess, ook.
Ook. Good.
Ook. Then we got egg.
Um, almost. So this one doesn't have a tail like a gamma would.
Oh, okay. Um, oh, in.
Good. And
Then this one would be, just want to make sure I got all of that. T. I guess we have a little marker above the I or the
mhm,
iota. How would
yes.
you, I guess, pronounce that?
Yeah, good question. So alpha and iota put together make an I sound, like
Okay.
idle. I.
So it'd be Tice.
Tice. And then just do this word. I'll end your suffering with this word for you.
That was a beast. So we got A, theta, and theta. Sorry.
You're fine.
Uh, Now I guess this one's Atenias.
Very close. So what's that second letter?
Uh, Theta.
Theta.
Athanatus.
Yeah, yes. Athenice.
Athenice. Okay.
Yeah. Just remember y'all to slow down when you read it. You know, because if you go too fast, you'll be tempted to add letters and syllables, but it's all good. Yeah, so whole thing. Oike de Hodicaiopoulos uk en tais Athenais, and then the rest of the sentences. Alla en tois agrois, which is uh, but, in this case it's but, Dicaeopolis lives not in Athens. He's Athenian, we just established that, but he doesn't live in Athens, but in the fields, in the country, essentially, is what this means. Um, and I realize that's a lot. I really just wanted y'all to practice reading. We'll go in next week and look more at nouns. So this will become less of an enigma for you. But yes, very good. That is 2 minutes over. Sorry I kept you, but well done, guys. Well done. Proud of y'all. And if you get the chance, practice. I can post some practice slides as well if you'd like, if that would be helpful.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. I will do that. Those will get out tomorrow. And I will post the recording of this tomorrow as well. And I will see you all next Monday.
Thanks, Kristen.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Thank you. Have a good week, guys.